is waiting for you. Welcome to my first student/short film review. The first one we're going to be doing is Waiting for Joy. It is a Liberty student's thesis film. It's the school where I go to, and I thought it would be fun to review some of the ones that I can actually get a hold of on YouTube. You can't get a hold of all of them because you can't have them released on YouTube if they're going through festivals and whatnot. So the ones I can get are ones that haven't gone through festivals, generally speaking, which means they're probably pretty good. Anyway, let's get started.
Car. How much longer must we wait?
Fun fact, they actually filmed this thesis film underwater with a deaf boom operator.
That's all it takes. Babe, I don't know if I can do this.
Please give it a try. I think it'll be good for the both of us.
Good for us. You thought being volunteers or house parents or whatever they're called in this place would be good for us.
Calm
Me.
down, please. I just thought it's been 6 months. And I know how much you love children. No matter how old they are.
Max, these are teenagers?
Ew! Teenagers, it's 12 and below only for this kind lady.
Yeah, but we still need someone. What's wrong?
Max, good you're still here.
Who is this?
I found her passed out at the bus stop.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that this zombie walking around is her completely passed out?
Well, what did we do in cases like these?
Well, usually the home tries to find out as much as they can, and then we just be there for her.
Like, help her through a pregnancy?
Exactly. Right?
Comedy Gold! Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit our first Comedy Gold moment. We haven't had that yet on this channel, but we finally hit it. Comedy Gold right there. This man. He's brilliant.
Carter, right?
Hey, yeah, that's me. What's your name?
Oh, it's gonna be Joy. It's waiting for Joy. It's about to be Joy. Wait, just wait for it.
April.
What?
Well, April, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. So, are you just gonna sit there and doodle, or are you actually gonna talk to me?
Wait a minute. She's just being polite. She doesn't want to, like, flood you with a bunch of questions. Why are you being so rude? That's so rude. Like, she was just being polite and waiting for you to talk.
Did you want me to talk to you?
Well, yeah. Where the heck am I?
Oh, this is Morningstar Maternity Home.
And where's that?
What do you mean? This is Pennsylvania. Where are you from?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
You just asked her to talk to you. Why are you such a bad character?
Well, actually, yes, April, I would like to know. I want to get to know who you are so we can help you.
Help me do what?
Help you with your pregnancy and the birth of your baby.
Oh, I'm having a baby. Right.
You forgot you were having a you forgot that something was gonna grow inside of you? What?
Isn't that why you came here and the nurse found you outside?
Yeah, I guess. Divine intervention.
You can skip this montage if you want. I'm going to leave it in if you feel like seeing some of the things that happen. I sped it up, but I mean, I wouldn't. It still feels long. I wouldn't blame you if you skip over it.
No, when you first came into our care, I didn't understand why you randomly showed up, practically on our doorstep. But these past 6 months,
These past 6 months, what?
these past 6 months have been such a blessing. You've been a gift, such a sweet gift.
Carter? I don't think I can do this. Something's wrong. I can feel it. I just don't think I can have this baby.
No, April, you're gonna be fine. You are so strong. Your test results have been normal. You're gonna be a great mother. No worries, April. No worries.
No, Carter. You're the one that's gonna be a great mother. If I can't keep this baby, will you and Max be its parents?
You have no idea what a miracle, an answer to prayer that would be.
Wait, what? There's no April. You can just have the kid and you can both live with us. Since we found you on the street, you know. It's just nope, straight to that would be such a miracle and a blessing. And you're just gonna take the baby? What?
You can do this, April. Max and I believe in you. And we'll be with you every step of the way.
Make it stop.
Do this, April. We'll be with you every step of the way.
Okay, looks good. Any complaints or anything?
No, Barb? Barb?
Yes. Okay, it's gonna be all right. Okay. Carter! Okay, sweetheart, just Carter! Okay, it's okay. It's time. I think it's time. Okay, it's time. Okay, sweetheart. Max, you better get in here.
Alright, so this dude looks like he's deeply concerned for the health and well-being of this girl, and Carter over here looks like she's waiting in line at the DMV. Come on, Carter. At least have care a little bit. This is your child you're taking, after all.
This is him. This is Christopher.
Carter, she's gone. April's gone.
She's what? What? There's a letter there for you. It's from April.
Dear Carter and Max, my real name is Joy Miller.
Oh boy, I was right. Her name is Joy. It made a lot of sense for her to use a fake name for 9 months.
When I came to you, I was alone. In a different town, a place I didn't know, pregnant and afraid.
Alright, so you're telling me that a 15-year-old girl got pregnant and passed out and woke up in a different city? This is a case for the police, not this little care facility.
I want you to adopt Christopher. I have decided to leave Christopher in Morningstar's care until everything can become legal and official. I have secretly been working with an adoption agency, sorting it all out. In the room where I stayed, you should find many documents stating that I have relinquished my rights over Christopher and have given them to you. I love you all. Please kiss Christopher for me and tell him that he is loved. With all of my heart, Joy.
Perfect.
His hand isn't even in front of the camera.
Here we go.
And the screen's facing away from it. How did he see what was going on? Oh, these are not the questions to ask about this movie. I gotta move on.
Say cheese.
Here we have the case of the magic lighting. Because as you can see, there are light sources coming from here, 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 and here. It's a pretty good camera flash to evenly light everything.
Give Daddy high fives. High fives. Give Mommy high fives.
Alright, so I'm going to sum up what just happened in this movie. Basically, this couple had a miscarriage, which I did some research, and it happens to approximately 20% of the birthing population. It is terrible and an awful thing to have happen. I know several people that have dealt with this. But it's not super uncommon. They could have just tried again. It seems like they haven't tried again. So they find this girl and they take her kid, and meanwhile that kid is back out on the streets. Why are we supposed to feel happy for the couple? I care more about the kid that was on the street and had a kid and is now back on the street. Why are we supposed to feel at all happy for this couple who had a miscarriage and then just decided not to try again? It's selfish. They're just a selfish couple at this point. Now, if it had been revealed in the story that she was infertile and couldn't have kids, I'd feel a little more sympathy for them, because you're like, oh, well, yeah, adoption is your only option. But then keep Joy. Why couldn't she's 15? Is that too old for you? Just keep Joy with you. This plot doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we supposed to feel bad for these two people who just took this girl's kid? And they go from immediately being like, oh my gosh, where's April? Or Joy. Like, concerned about her, to, oh, well, we got her kid, so that's cool. All right, look, I'm about to be in the same film program as this person was. And I know what equipment our film school has. I've worked on 4 different thesis films, and we have access to, like, the best equipment you can buy, basically. It's professional level equipment. You learn all of the things you need to learn to make a decent thesis film. And I've seen many that are incredibly well made, and it makes you proud to be a part of this film school. So I'm not just being mean for the sake of being mean here. I'm genuinely annoyed that you would pay for an entire degree in film and get the opportunity to make something with that equipment, and this is what you put out. It bothers me because it seems like there was no effort put into this. There is zero excuse for the audio in this film. I've been on sets where you could take the scratch audio, which for those of you who don't know what that is the audio that the camera picks up. It's not good. It sounds terrible. It's only used so you can line up the real audio with it so that everything lines up. I've been on sets where you could take the scratch audio, which for those of you who don't know what that is the audio that the camera picks up. I just feel like this was a wasted opportunity, and that bothers me. It feels wasteful to throw away this kind of an opportunity. I think if you're going to go into this film program, and film in general, you have to be able to give 110% into what you're doing. So when I see something like this, it just bothers me, because it feels like No effort went into it. I was part of a bad thesis film, but it wasn't because there wasn't any effort put into it. The guy who directed and wrote it is self-admittedly not a good writer or director. So it was just a bad script and wasn't well directed. So me and my buddy George, who actually I will be reviewing some of his short films that he's put on YouTube, get excited for that, were part of it, and it was bad enough that when people watched it, people thought it was a comedy. It was supposed to be a mafia type movie, and it turned out to be a comedy. But you could tell that there was passion behind it. Like, just the way, with how much effort he put, you could tell that there was a lot of passion put into it. It just didn't hold up because he's just not a director or screenwriter. He's great with grip and doing equipment work. I think he's making bank now that he graduated. He's making a ton of money doing what he likes. So good for him. It just feels like there was no effort put into it, and it makes me sad. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was effort put into this. I would be surprised if there was, to be perfectly honest, because this just feels like some movie a high schooler did for his English class just to get a grade. That might sound mean, but that's what it feels like. If you want to go watch the whole thing, there's a link in the description. Feel free to go watch it. Don't be a jerk in the comment section. Just watch it, have a good time. There's no need to go and, personally attack anybody. I won't rip on the actors too much because, again, I've been a part of a thesis film where the direction just isn't good and the script isn't good, and you just don't get good performances out of people like that. And I know for a fact that the people she used were friends of hers. The two main characters here were just friends of hers. So I'm not going to rip on the actors too much. So now it's time for my rating of my very first student film / short film. With everything that I've seen, I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. It's cinema gold, pure and simple, ladies and gentlemen. Go watch it, link in description. It's a masterpiece.